शृणुयाम देवाः
शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ओम शांति शांति शांति।
ओम अग्नेनय सुपथाराये अस्मान्
ओम अग्नेनय सुपधाराये अस्मान्
विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान्
विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान्
युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो
युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो
भूयिष्ठां ते नम
नम उक्तिं विधेम।
ओम शांति
शांति शांति शांति।
आप्यायन्तु
ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसे जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शोर इषभ्योतिव्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्धे धेनुर्वोढ्यानध्वान् आशः सप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णो रथेष्टाः सभे युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतु फलवत्यो न वोषधयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम् ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
हरिः ओम स्वस्ति
स्वस्ति।
So we are traveling to understand Purusha Suktam. We have completed, I think, the Purusha Suktam as found in the Rig Veda, the 16 mantras, and then the Ayurveda people, which is a practical one. So they have introduced another 6 mantras. As a result, we have got Purusha Suktam containing 22 mantras. And so in the last mantra, we see that in the Rig Veda, they stop with Yagnena Yagnam Ayajanta Devaha Tani Dharmani Pradhamanyasa Deha Nakam Mahimanas Sachante Purve Sadhyaha Santi Devaha. So to say, Rig Veda will tell us that the Yagnam is performed or created by another sacrifice, and Yagnena Yagnam Ayajanta Devaha, God's work. Any sacrifice is God's work. And what is God's work is given for humans and all other beings also. Therefore, they said, Tani Prathamani Dharmani Asan. So whatever is content of Yajna, Yajna Phala, Yajna Sambhara, and all the literature, paraphernalia, and everything connected to the Yajnam is dharma, and it's a pradhama dharma, and they have to perform this. And then what would happen if at all people resort to yajna, resort to worship, resort to honoring the higher people. That higher people, the maximum is gods. And even those who are, all the gods are even being monitored or helped by the one Paramatma is called Purusha. And that Purusha is called as Virata Purusha. Tasmat Virata Jayata Virato. So you have the Virat Purusha, then Purusha, and manifested into various divisions. And so we have noted here, Prathamani Annapudu, foremost importance has to be given for the honor. If you honor each other, if you respect each other, there will be peace and joy. If you start using hatred, enmity, anger, etc., there will be a lot of commotion and unhappiness, loss of peace and joy, and loss of joy also. Therefore, the gods are prescribed for mankind upon the earth, I think here, is dharmani, yajna dharmani. Kim dharmani? Yajna dharmani. Kim va yajnaha? What is yajna? Edge. Yajate. Yaj means gauravam, to worship. So there are so many people who require so many kinds of honoring them. Some people, for example, the Maharshis are there, sannyasis are there, gods are there, elevated spiritual beings are there. So like that, the world is full of variety. And so accordingly, you have to please them and get honor. Just a simple example. For all people, scholars and all that, you offer Huvinahara, garland of flowers. And the flowers, of course, your choice. Sampangi, Adu, Idumad. There are some lotus. But when sannyasins come, I don't know, they will offer Tulsi Mala. So avarge Pushpamala hakodu ashtandu recommended alla. So avarge Tulsi Mala. Yakandre Tulsi is best. They are all Guru Swarupas, Mahavishnu Swarupas. So we do like that. That's why this is how the dharmani, prathamani asan. So what happens? Nakam teha nakam mahimanaha sachante. So they become mahimanaha. They become really elevated. More and more punyam is added to them. And they become really happier. That's why mahimanaha. So what is the object of life upon the earth? You have to become mahimavan. You see, idda, tinda, hoda, anodu, 3 words, no good. That every animal will do it. But distinction is important. That's what in Telugu, in Alankara Shastra, a poet says, Sariram jivitenaiva, spuriteinaiva jivitam, vina nirjivitam yena kavyam, so etc. So Sariram jivitenaiva, when there is life in the body is important. But mere jivana is important. Spuritenaiva jiva. Spurana is spark. So the spark is fame. Spark is recognition. Like that, here also he says, Te mahimanam. Mahimanam, paramatmanam, because they become mahima and they can merge into mahima. If you are great, you will always mix with the great people. That's why sajjana sangati. If you are also a sajjana, you can always have the sajjana sangati. Therefore, and ultimately, what is the loka? Nakam sachante mahimanaha sachante nakam. Because nakaloka is swargaloka, where you have absolute harmony, comfort, happiness, and enjoyment. And there are no, all disparities and differences and positives will disappear into that loka. Therefore, nakam pahasachante. And where is that nakam? Means that nakaloka or swargaloka has already been pre-prepared by sadhyaha devaha. The sadhyas are the earliest erstwhile gods. Human beings only, all human beings only got elevated got some mahima, they prepared necessary grounds and comforts and conveniences to the people who follow him afterwards for generations together. That's what our Vedas tell you. Sir, Yamaloka heng bantu, Swargaloka heng bantu anta ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮನುಷ್ಯರೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಆ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇನ್ ಅರುಣ ಪ್ರಶ್ನ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಯೋ ಪಾಂ ಪುಷ್ಪಂ ವೇದ ಪುಷ್ಪವಾನ್ ಪ್ರಜಾವಾನ್ ಪಶುಮಾನ್ ಭವತಿ ಯೋ ಪಾಮಾಯತನಂ ವೇದ ಆಯತನವಾನ್ ಭವತಿ. ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬೇಕು? ಆಯತನ ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಟು ಸ್ಟೇ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪಟ್ಟೆ. ದೇವಾಯತನ, ಮನುಷ್ಯಾಯತನ, ಪಶು ಆಯತನ, ಆರ್ ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಪಶು ಆಲಯ, ಮನುಷ್ಯಾಲಯ, ದೇವಾಲಯ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಲಯಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಆಯತನ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಆಯತನಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಯಾರು ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯಾ ದೇವಾಹ. ಇನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಯಮಲೋಕ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ನರಕ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಯಮ. Yama is the first man upon the earth who lived life, who got lot of merits and went to there and prepared a loka. But when he was living, I think he has observed the people's behavior upon the earth. ಭೂಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ರೇನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಧವಾದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಬರೋದು, ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಬರೋದು. ಭೂಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬರದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತ ವೇದಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ನೋಡಿ, ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಇವನ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್, difference. One brother will be highly educated and philanthropic and all that. Another fellow will be hopeless. ಒಬ್ಬನು ಸಬ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬನು ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಆ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸೇ? ಅಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸಫರ್ಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಫ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ. ಬಟ್ ವೇರ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಿ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ನಾಕಂ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ನಾಕಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಮಹಿಮವನ್ನು ಸಂಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಮಹಿಮಾನಃ ಸಚಂತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಮಹಿಮ ಇದೆಯೋ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಮಹಿಮಾ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಎಲಿವೇಶನ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಮೋಷನ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಲಾಂಗ್ಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯತ್ರ ಪೂರ್ವೇ ಸಾಧ್ಯಾ ಸಂತಿ ದೇವಾ. ಸಿ ದಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ದೇವತಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಹೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯುವರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾನಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆಫ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲರೂ ದೇ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ಕಂಪನಿ ಜಾಬ್ಸ್, ವಿಚ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಮನಿ, ಮೋರ್ ಕಂಫರ್ಟ್, ಮೋರ್ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟ್. Nobody is constant in one company for whole long like in government. ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತರಹ ಯಾರು ಇರೋದು, ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇರೋದು ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್. ಈ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೈಗ್ರೇಷನ್. ಹಂಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ನೋ ಮೋರ್ ವೆನ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯತ್ರ ಗತ್ವಾ ನ ಪುನರಾವೃತ್ತಿ, ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಯತ್ರ ಪೂರ್ವೇ ಸಾಧ್ಯಾ ಸಂತಿ ದೇವಾಹ. ಸೊ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಇರೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥೇನು? ಇನ್ನು ಮಹಾನ್ಯಾಸ ಯು ಸಿ ಎ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ರಾಜೇಶ್ವರಗಾರು ವಿನಿಂಟಾರು ಯಾವನಿ ದೇವಾಹ ದೇ ಪ್ರಥಮ ದ್ವಿತೀಯೇಷು ಶ್ರಯಧ್ವಂ. ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮಂಜುಗಾರು? ಮಂಜುಗಾರು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ? ಪ್ರಥಮ ದ್ವಿತೀಯೇಷು ಶ್ರಯಧ್ವಂ ದ್ವಿತೀಯ like that. So one merge into another, merge into deva. What you want is devaha deveshu strayadvam. Let the gods keep company among the gods only, and they should not lose their level. Likewise manushyaha manusheshu strayadvam anta. ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಮನುಷ್ಯರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ರಾಕ್ಷಸರಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ರಾಕ್ಷಸರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಕಾರ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಆದರೂ ಸ್ವಭಾವ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ಸ್ವಭಾವ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈ ದ್ವಾಪರ ಯುಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮನುಷ್ಯರೇ. ಕಂಸ, ಜರಾಸಂಧ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾನವ ರೂಪವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆದರೆ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ವೃತ್ತಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಡೀಲ್ ವಿತ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಗ್ಲಿ ರಾಕ್ಷಸಸ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸಮ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ their ಸ್ವಭಾವ is problematic. Shishupala, for example, he wanted to marry so many, and that Rukmini's so many offers, we see that. So they wanted to catch hold of beautiful women. Shishpala is there, Dantavaktra is there, Kamsa is there. They're all beautiful, handsome human beings. But because of their dushtatvam, durmargatvam, sanmargala, opposite durmargatvam, they're all taken to punishment. So illi atara illa. Adrinda, only in Kruta Treta Yugas you got Rakshasas. Vikruta, Rakshasaha, Vikrutakaraha, Rakshasaha, Pisitasanaha, Rakshasaha, Kunapaha, Kuna andre Rakta. So Raktavanu Kudiyoru. Ivel inta Rakshasarnella fight madidare, Karadushana. So, and even Mahishasura, Sumbhani Sumbha, iverellaru kuda problematic ones. They don't look up, they are handsome. But in only Krishna had to deal with happy human beings, but having this kind of Rajo Tamo Guna Pradhana people. Anyway, so illi enagatandre nakam sachante. So Purusha Sukta Parayana, Adhyayana, Homa, Adhyapana, and Alochana, and etc. Vimarsha. Idella ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ you are ensured of you are going to Sargalokam. I think we can stop with this kind of explanation because, and moreover, if at all you want to send the gods, you must send the gods with a mantra apart from other things. So for example, say whenever you want to send Ganapati back to his Kailasa, or Lakshmi Devi back to her Vaikuntha, or Parvati, so you Gauramma, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಯಜ್ಞೇನ ಯಜ್ಞಮ ಯಜಂತ ದೇವಾಃ
ತಾನಿ ಧರ್ಮಾಣಿ ಪ್ರದಮಾನ್ಯಾಸನ್ ದೇಹನಾಕಂ ಮಹಿಮಾನಸ್ಸ ಚಂತೆ ಯತ್ರ ಪೂರ್ವೇ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಸಂತಿ ದೇವಾಃ.
ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಮನೆಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಪಚಾರಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಉಪಚಾರ has been done, then the deities acquire more mahima. So because they got some plus punyam, plus gauravam, then they are now, they need not stay here, but they can protect from their own land. Our manege hogi internet open madbodu avaru. So you say that yatra purve sad. So you ask them to go back to their respective homes, and where from apratyakshavage they can operate and bless all people, whoever remember them. So a lot of logic is there. Namma puja vidhanadalli, namma yajna vidhana, in our yajna vidhanam, there is a lot of technology implication and so on, so that if we understand that, we never become lazy. How many people perform Sandhya Vandana or at least take bath before sunrise, Maghamasam? In Maghamasa, Maghe Snanam Visishyate antar. In Maghamasadalli, Magha Snanam Kartika Deepam, for example. So Kartika Masa is dark month. So there Deepam is preferred. In Maghamasa, you are prepared to take bath before sunrise. Maghe Snanam, because Snana is the basic thing which will clear you from impurities and contaminations and hopeless thoughts. Snana admele manassu sthiti nodi, snana munche, before taking bath, how is your mind? So mind becomes then prasanna manassu, sanmanasya manushyo yatha. You see, Valmiki, while describing the river water right in the morning, he says that how will be the river water? Sanmanasya manoyatha antar. Andre Satpurushni yokka manassu hengiratto, how it will be like, so will be right in the morning the river water. It is not hot, it is not cool, it is just warm, pleasant to take a dip like that. Here, this is a Udyapana mantra. Udyapanam is Udyapanam or Udvasanam. That is trying to send them to their own respective places. So there is plenitude of applicational knowledge, interpretational scope, and that's why it is said that those people who know, who realize, who worship this Bharat Purusha, they will be able to go to higher lokas. Now we'll go to the next session. Om Adhyasambhuta Pruthivyai.
Ella, Ella Guruji.
Ready.
Om Adhyasambhota Prathivyai Rasacha.
Vishwakarmana Samavunsasaku. Because you are always familiar. I don't want to go because this portion, everybody knows the minimum. Minimum. What are we telling? What are we gaining? And the thought process is zero. Or some marks, we'll get it. So let us try to know it. Vishwakarmana Samavartatadhi.
Vishwakarmana Samavartatadhi.
Tasya tvashta vidadhat rupam eti.
Tasya tvashta vidadhat rupameti.
Tat purushasya vishvamaja namagre.
Tat purushasya vishvamaja namagre.
Vedahametam purusham mahantam.
Vedahametam purusham mahantam.
Adityavarnam tamasah parastatu.
Adityavarnam tamasah parastat.
Tamasah parastatu. Tamevam vidvan amruta iha bhavati.
Tamevam vidvan amruta iha bhavati.
Nanyah pantha vidyate yanaya.
Nanyapantha vidyate yanaya.
Prajapatiscarati garbhe antaha.
Prajapatiscarati garbhe antaha.
Ajayamano bahudha vijayate.
Vijayamana bahudha vijayate.
So now here you observe continuation. So rasat adbhyaha pruthivyai sambhutaha. So that Paramatma is out from the rasa and from pruthi sambhuta. Adbhyaha rasa. Rasa is water only and adbhyaha is water. So you know that adbhya is water in Sanskrit, always plural. Nitya bahuvachana anta heltare. Adaki singular illa, neerige singular illa. Gaurava, neerige tumba gaurava. Gaurava idre bahuvachana. If you respect it, is bahuvachanam, means plural. What is plural? Plural is plenty. That's why sambhutaha. So sambhutaha means came up. And adhi say vishwakarmanaha samavartata adhi samvartata. Vishwakarmanaha. Vishwakarma is the architect, universal cosmic active. So he is a doer of any and everything in the world. So Vishwakarmanaha samavartatadhi. So the Paramatma, samavartata means he harmonious. Samanam avartata, samavartata. And not only simply samavartata, but it is adhi samvartata, because the adhi you just join with the verb. So Purusha Sukta will tell us that water is the most important thing and for everything, and Mahapurusha is out of that. And whatever that has come up, there are Prajapatis. There are the creators who take hold of the material or opportunity. So we are always there to explore the opportunities, and whenever scope or given, we should be able to utilize that. Therefore, next sentence tells you that Tvashta vidadhat rupameti. So we have got the Tvashta. He has Rupa is form. So he has when all beings came, and from the water out, then he went on assigning the forms. Therefore, we call Twashtra Prajapati anta. Twashta is the person who gives shape, size, beauty, form, ella. So he has got a beautician. He's a wonderful beautician. And he will make everybody look very attractive. That's why now even Prarthana Madavaga, or Swastina Pusha, then Swastinaha Twashta, because Twashta is immediate Prajapati for all of us. And therefore, Rupameti, so Purushasya Tasya, Agre Vishwamajana, Ajanamagre Tat Purushasya. So this Tat Purusha is Rudra. Tat Purusha is Vishnu. Tat Purusha is Indra. Like that, because their personality and other nature cannot be completely explored. They always remain secret. Something like Adhyayana Purusha Vedagum Sarvam. So, the Adhyayana is an important thing which you have got to notice. Now, if you are in the family, that is good, but you must be a plus family. That is, you should be able to do some work, contribute for the upliftment of the family or nation or institution. So that Adhi is important. Adhi atishtatu, Adhi samavartata. You club the two verbs. Say Adhi samvartata, Adhi tishtatu is all for Vishwakarmanaha. Karma is creation. Karma is activity. Vishwakarma is universal activity. So now what do you understand? What does Purush Suktam tell you, Andre? So this Purush Suktam is trying to impress upon us the spiritual unity of the universe. Daivi Aikamachyam, because we have got Aikamachya Suktam in Rigveda. Sangachadhvam, Sambadadhvam, Sambho Manam Sijanatam, Samanamastu Akuti. Only Aikamachya Andre is always short but long lived. Only four or five mantras are there in the Aikamachya Suktam, with which Rigveda concludes as is the division done by Vyasa Bhavan. Actually, the floating all Vedic mantras were just floating, in the sense that they were just hatchpatch ageddu. There was no organization and revision. But we believe that Vyasa Bhagavan came and then compartmentalized the mantras, saying that this belongs to hymnology or Rigveda. They're all Ruks. This belongs to sacrificial formulas. These mantras are meant for singing, Samaveda. And all the mantras put together, a few are selected to be employed for magical purposes. That's all Atharva Veda. Then the question, Atharva Veda, Atharva and Gota meaning. Do you know the meaning of the Atharva? Rajeswargaru, మీకు తెలుసా అండి ఎందుకు అథర్వం అంటాం దాన్ని?
తెలీదండి, తెలీదు.
మన ఇంక భవానీ గారు కూడా అంతే, సునీత డిసపియర్డ్. సో థర్వ అంటే పెయిన్, సఫరింగ్, ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. Na tharva ante overcoming the pain and problems and difficulties. Therefore, Atharva Veda is called as miscellaneous Veda. And adakke ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it is called as a people's Veda. So people are of variety nature, is it not? No two people agree in many things. So each one is individual. That's why ego anta ondididiyalla. Everybody has got cultivation of ego. So because of that egoistic feeling in all people, there is a differentiation among the people coming up. So anta people kuda are being properly controlled through the Atharva Veda. That's why Atharva Veda is a very, very important Veda concerned with the mundane happiness. At the same time, spiritual upliftment. Atharva Veda ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಂಜು ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮಗೆ ಅಂತ. So because the secret of Atharva Veda is, though it's magical and all that, highest philosophical wisdom-ridden knowledge is there in Atharvaveda. Compared to all other Vedas, Atharvaveda has got maximum number of Upanishads. Upanishad means secret knowledge that will guide us in all aspects. So, Atharvaveda, Atharva Sirsha, Surya Upanishatu, Ganapati Upanishatu, Devi Upanishatu, oh God, so many are. But for example, Yajurveda tells Ishavasya Upanishad and keeps mum. Shukla and Taittiriya Upanishad, Mahanarayana Upanishad, etc. Krishna Yajurveda tells and keeps mum. But Atharvaveda gives you more and more wisdomful knowledge, because suffering gives you enlightenment. If you don't suffer little, you will not be wise. Bhagavad Gita is a grand example. A hero like Arjuna started weeping, dukkha. It is not simply dukkha, it is yoga. Dukkha yoga onama, Vishada yoga. Dukkha is different from Vishada. So Vishada means ignoring the duty and crying. And dukkha is separate, which will make you. So in our Samskrita, our Sanskrit language is such a noble, pregnant, precise knowledge that if you are a friend with Sanskrit language, you are friend with gods. And you have the Namma Gurugal ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಓ మీకంత కళ్ళు ఇచ్చానయ్యా చూడండి అనేవాడు. అంటే he has taught us Sanskrit language. కళ్ళు ఇచ్చాను అంటే when you have eyes, you don't do anything for eye. If you just open your eye, objects become visible. కదండి. కంటే కన్ను చూడడానికి ನಮ್ಮ ఇంద్రియాలు పంచేంద్రియాలు, if they were to work, you need not do any effort. Is it not? Automatic. Up next. So all indriyas become really active the moment you open your eye. Like that, here also, this Purusha Sukta is having this particular spiritual unity of the universe is important. And secondly, in Purusha Suktam, ಯಾರನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ Purusha Sukta ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯಾ? People will ask you, why are you learning Purusha Sukta? ನೇನು ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಇವ್ರು ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಅಂತ. So people who comment like that think that their work is important. No. And second one is that we have the description of the nature. Animals, forest, yajna, and types of people, types of God, types of atmosphere, types of rutus. So the entire nature in a very simple manner has been clubbed in this. And also immanent and manifesting nature. And there is a world also which is immanent to nature and manifesting nature. All that is there. Therefore, Purusha Sukta, we are able to note that Tvashta Vidadat Rupameti and Purushasya Agre Ajanam Viswam. So this is the most important thing. Supposing you learn Purusha Suktam and try to meditate upon and do some tapas regarding, what is the advantage? Look here, next sentence. Veda aham etam mahantam purusham. So Manjore, you are getting Sanskrit very good. So this is a Sanskrit sentence. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಋಗ್ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ also. ಏನಂತ? Aham Veda, I understand, I realize, I experience, I am now confident and I am cognizant. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಶಬ್ದಗಳು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Just to impress on you the power of Veda Sanskrit word, I have to use these words, which tells you that. అంటే నువ్వు ఇట్స్ వేద అంత చెప్పిన తర్వాత ఏమవుతుందంటే రాజేశ్వర గారు,
సార్
వేద అంటుంది అసర్షన్ కదండి.
కరెక్ట్.
So you are asserting. We have got 4 kinds of sentences: assertive sentences, exclamatory sentences, and interrogative sentences. English ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂತಾರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. So with English grammar and Sanskrit grammar, just to think of it. These days, children never know there is Wren and Martin grammar at all. More so in America. So Wren and Martin grammar is the best grammar book written. అవునండి, మీరు చదివారా మీరు హై స్కూల్లో? We used to
Yes.
consult.
It was there, sir.
Huh?
High school days, it was the big Bhagavad Gita.
It is a Bible every time for all learning. So we used to purchase. I got one Brennan Martin grammar book as a prize for my English. So ada key kuda padidare kalavaru. Brennan Martin grammar key for that too. But in our days, our education was like different from the present day education, more so in America. Your handwriting is hopeless. Like Prabhakargaru, or handwriting, me handwriting compare చేసుకోండి కదండి.
Yeah.
You can't see the handwriting so because the letters will be dancing in all angles.
Yeah.
But మనం ఏం చేసాము, we used to handwriting in book copy చేసాం కాబట్టి our handwriting will be harmonious sometimes. లేకపోతే పెద్దగా చిన్నగా రకరకాలుగా ఉంటుంది హ్యాండ్ కాకుండా వేద అహం whom you know ఏతం పురుషం, this purusha, virat purusha or purusha or otherwise. So in our culture, Hindu culture, purusha is a common word applying to male and female. Purusha andre female also implied, only arrangement in the body may be different for some purpose. Otherwise, women are also like men, and men are, that's why woo men, in English they said woo, all wooing people are called men, in the sense that the woman's love is more stronger than man's love to woman. So they have a lot of sacrifice for the man they marry or the man they love, like that. The woman sabda has so much of meaning. Here purusha implies all that, and so etam purusham, etam anuvaga earlier passages we have got description of the etam purusham, what kind of purusha it is. And that purusha says katidhavya kalpayan mukham kimasya kaubahu kavuru pada uchyete. So we have got this kind of this kind of analytical knowledge, and otherwise it is called as akanksha anta Sanskritamlo. So we have that kind of akanksha, trying to know thoroughly what has been described in the mantra or sloka. So, and all that information which we have collected, Bhavani is there. He is implied when he said that etam purusham. This etam purusham, in English they call the man. See, English we have got three articles, a, an, and the. And for an there is a difference, only there is a vowel or something like that. But when you want to use the article, there is no restriction howsoever, is it not? So the man, the girl, da. So the is interesting in English, like that. In here also, you have etam purusham mahantam. And how is he looking like? Andre aditya varnam tamasaha parastat. So ಈ ಪುರುಷ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ handsome fellow, or even woman also handsome. So to confirm the handsomeness of purusha or stree, what do they do before they go to work or outside? ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಲಿ, ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Especially ಹೆಂಗಸರು, the ladies don't leave the kannadi more. You just put shirt and pant and say, ready, come on, sit in the vehicle anta, or come with me anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀರ. Man, woman cannot leave. She has to spend comfortably before the mirror, and mirror should tell, okay, you are ready to go to street. ಬೀದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿದ್ಧವಾಗಿದ್ದೀಯಾ ಅಂತ ಆ ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಹೌದೇನಪ್ಪ? ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಟೆಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಆದರೆ ಸೆಂಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಿರರ್ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಮಿರರ್ ವೋಂಟ್ ಟೆಲ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಬ್, ಇಟ್ ಕೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ. ಸೊ ಇದಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಕಾಳಿದಾಸ ಇನ್ ಅಭಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಶಾಕುಂತಲಂ ಸೇಸ್ ಸರ್ವಃ ಕಾಂತಂ ಆತ್ಮಾನಂ ಪಶ್ಯತಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಸೊ having spent some time before the mirror, Everybody thinks that he is the visiting queen, she is the visiting queen, or he is a hero. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮೇಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಈ ಮೇಕಪ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೆಲಸ. ಹಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ವರ್ಣಂ. ಅಂಡ್ ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ವರ್ಣ ಗಾಡ್? ಸಿ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆದಿತ್ಯ ವರ್ಣ. ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ಆಲ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಅದರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಆರ್ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ಸಮಕ್ತಿ ತೇಜ. ಸೊ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ಸಮತ್ವಂ ಸ is there, but Aditya Surya Bhagavan is unique for himself. So illi a purusha ida nodi Aditya Varnam. And whenever the Surya Bhagavan is there, there is no darkness at all. When there is light, no andhakaram. And if there is no light, there is andhakaram. Therefore, tamasaha parastat. He was beyond the darkness. What is darkness? Ignorance, innocence, foolishness. That's what is called mudha. And tamogunam. Sattva, raja, tamogunam. So tamoguna hechadmele, they will not listen to others like Ravana. Ravana subsisted more tamoguna and rajaguna, never sattva-guna. Not that he doesn't have. He has sattva-guna. In certain instances, all that also is shown by Valmiki. When Maricha uncle told him first time, "Hey boy, you go back to your country, your place. There are so many women more beautiful than that. You have got plenitude of wealth. Go and enjoy." So when Maricha said first time like that, he got convinced, and he went back and happily there. But when Surpanaka came, the problem started. Actually, Ravana was comfortable and happy, enjoying. That's why the Ramayana is said to be the Stree. Because woman is the driving force in the entire Ramayana. Wherever there is going to be a full stop, a woman appears, it becomes Kama. That's what my interpretation. So Kama andre nu katha ide anta artha. Hange, anyway, tamevam vidwan amruta iha bhavati. So when you know that this Purusha is Ajnani, Purusha is supreme, Purusha is the combination of all that. What is that? That's why we call Vastu Purusha, Yoga Purusha, and Samaja Purusha, and Yajna Purusha. Avda? So we keep on adding the attributes to the word Purusha for our easy understanding and comprehension. You bring the picture and concept of Purusha to all things. So Gruha Purusha, Gruha Lakshmi, etc. Say. So Gruhastha, like that we have got that. That's why this Purusha is the manifest and unmanifest is there. Therefore, because Tamasaha Parastha, when he understands, gets the blessings of the Purusha on this earth, he would become Amrutaha, immortal. He will become completely Purna Purusha. Actually, in the earth only, a Purusha can become totally full. How? Upanishad tells you, Prajayahi Purnaha Purushaha Antare. Then once you become a parent, you become a Purna Purusha. When you do all your achievements for a long time, then you will be called as a Purna. Then you will be having a Purna Atma. That's why in English, is a happy soul. He passed away. We don't talk about the body. Body is liable. Therefore, Punyatma antare. Punyatma hortoda. So that's why here also Amruta iha bhavati. He will become immortal. Means that though there is no body here, but his kirti is there. We remember so many people departed. So this is exactly what Dandin, and Dandin says a beautiful statement that this literature or history is like mirror. And the reflection upon this, the people have left their work and contribution. Therefore, though their body is not there, their work is being recognized, utilized, and experienced. Adiraj, I repeat the sloka for you. Adiraj yashobimbam adarsham prapya vangmayam tesham asannidhanepi pasya naswayam nasyati. Dandin in Kavyadarsa, I think so, he just says that Adiraja Yashobimbam, those people who had a shining life, their Yashobimba got registered in the literature. Adarsham Prapya Vangmayam. Vangmaya is literature, Sahityam, and it's a mirror. And even though they are not there now, Tesham Asannidhanepi, we don't have Chandragupta, we don't have Harishchandra, we don't have Shivaji, is it not? Tesham Asannidhanepi, though we are not having the sannidhi of all of them, and the kirti will not die. Naswayam nasya pasya nasyati anta. Our swayavagi, our kirti will not perish. It will be there. Even today, Shivaji's sword is kept as an exhibit in a museum. We can't even shake it. Such a heavy sword it was. So their strength was really great to fight with such kind of heavy weapon. And therefore, so Amruta I have over there. Another point is, Nanya Pantha Vidyate Ayanaya. Look at it. Ayanaya and progress. Nam life journey. And ultimately reaching the goal. See, we make journey to reach a goal. So that's why Pantha is the pathway. Ayanaya Pantha Anyaha Na Vidyate. That is what is the final conclusion. IST. Problem solved. So, ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಈ ಭೂಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, we have to work to become Amruta. We have to work to become Mahimas, Mahimanvitas. We have to acquire more and more yeses, and we should be always beyond the normal quarrels. You should be away. That's why Far from the Madding Crowd anta ಒಂದು novel ಇದೆ. See, madding crowd alidre, you don't have any importance. You can do more work when you are alone. Like that, Tamevam Vidwan, Amruta iha bhavati. And other than this kind of exploring the knowledge, wisdom, personality traits, and practicing that of Virat Purusha or Purusha in such, then there is no way to go elevated by you. Today is Bhishma Ekadasi. All are advised to recite Vishnu Sahasranamam in memory of Bhishmacharya, who is the author for telling us at least 1,000 selected names upon Vishnu. Therefore, Vishnu Sahasranama also is called as a Bhishma Gita. So we remember him, we pay our homage to great hero, Guru, etc., Bhishmacharya, who all says that Nanya Pantha Vidyate Yanaya. There is no outlet other than remembering the Purusha, Virat Purusha. And moreover, what is this Purusha, Virat Purusha? He just manifests as Prajapati. You know, I told you that I think there are 12 members in the Department of Creation. And Prajapati is the chairman of the Department of Creation. Therefore, Prajapati is one who will be monitoring all other Prajapatis and assigning work for them. Twashta and Pulastya and all that Rishis are also. Therefore, you have beautiful Hiranyagarbha. But this Prajapati is called as Hiranyagarbha. And we should know that this Purusha Sukta does not end only here in the Sarvaveda Mantraha edited by them, but the Purusha Sukta Vyakhyana, Bhavanagaru, is found in everywhere. In Bhagavatam is there. In the Prathamaskanda Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful description and explanation and commentary of Bhagavatam in a different manner. So Purusha Suktam gives it. And Aruna Prashna also gives you creation. So wherever there is a topic of creation comes into vogue in Vedic literature, you have this. And again, I told you that Purusha Suktam, Nasadiya Suktam, and Hiranyagarbha Suktam, they are the three suktas talking about the creation. So when you understand the more so the Nasadiya Suktam, where you have the Rishi who is a blind, born blind, but he knows everything. So the blind people know better than the eyed people. So Dhritarashtra, for example. Anyway, so hage hilli the Prajapati hicharati garbhe antaha. And what is the secret of Prajapati? Ajayamano bahudha vijayate. Understand? So he will not be born, but he will cause people to be born. So Prajapati is there, something like the teacher who stands stationary and makes all her LKG, UKG children to do action. She will sink on the bank, in the water. So in the water, all children will jump forward. And on the bank, all children will jump back. I don't know. This was what I have seen the LKG, UKG teacher doing. And that's a very big lesson to us. On the bank, in the water. That means you should, when you are in the water, you are in difficulties. And you should not succumb to water only, difficulties only. You should return to bank. You should solve them. So dukkha and sukha, this dvandvam is always there, operative upon people living upon the earth. Estondu artha ide alva Manju garu? You are appearing now. So now a chikka makkalge enu gottilla, nange gottagatte, nimge gottagatte ಈಗ. ಯಾಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಆಟ ಆಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ when you are just small kids in LKG అంటే ఎలకల కోజేని, UKG అంటే ఉడతల కేజీని, ఎలకలు ఉడతలు, small babies. When they are all there, they don't know. The teacher is their guru and the teacher is Paramatma. So on the bank, in the water. Like that, here also it is said, Prajapatis charati garbhe antaha. So he is there inside the garbha, but he will be sending them out all to become happy, enjoy life. But to enjoy the life also, parents are important. What parents help the children, if they reap all that, it is all because of the father and mother. So that's why Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava is again Sukta from Upanishad, that you have to keep your mother and father as your deities. Garbhe antaha ajayamano bahudha vijayate. So when you have come up to that, you understand how much of practical knowledge is implied in Purusha Suktam. Purusha Suktam is not simply, in fact, Purusha Suktadinda, Vishnu says, Purusha Suktadinda, they perform Satyanarayana Puja with Purusha Sukta mantras. With Purusha Sukta mantras, you perform Devatarchana, Shodasopachara Puja. Even Shodasopachara Puja, because there are 16 mantras. So there are 16 upacharas. So for each upachara, one mantra. So Shodasopachara Puja is also done. And sometimes all that. So Purusha Sukta mantras are very powerful. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಉದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಂತ್ರ ಪುಷ್ಪ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗ ಅವರೇ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಂತ್ರ ಪುಷ್ಪ ವಿಸು, ಯಾವ ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಂತ್ರ ಪುಷ್ಪ ಹೇಳ, ಮಂಗಳಾರತಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ನೈವೇದ್ಯ ಆಯ್ತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಂತ್ರ ಪುಷ್ಪ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಸಹಸ್ರ ಶೀರ್ಷಂ ದೇವಂ, ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ನೋ ಟೈಮ್. ಏನ್ ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಧಾತ, ನೀವು ನಾಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಧಾತ ತಮೇವಂ ವಿದ್ವಾನ್ ಅಮೃತ ಇಹ ಭವತಿ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ವೇದೋಕ್ತ ಮಂತ್ರ ಪುಷ್ಪಂ ಸಮರ್ಪಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಮಂಜು ಅವರೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಡು ಯು ನೋ ದಿಸ್? ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟಾಟ್ ಬೈ ಅವರ್ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್. If you cannot have so much, at least one mantra. Similarly, if you don't have more time to recite that much, you can just take it as ಏನದು ಈಶಾನ ಸರ್ವ ವಿದ್ಯಾನಾಂ
ಈಶ್ವರ ಸರ್ವಭೂತಾನಾಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಧಿಪತಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣೋಧಿಪತಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಶಿವೋ ಮೇ ಅಸ್ತು ಸದಾ ಶಿವೋಂ.
This is the mantra pushpam. And also namaskaram. So mantra pushpam. And so itaraha, our rishis and our gurus and our acharyas have become so much alert to say that, Baba, my dear friend, don't think that you have to read, you have to say long poems, long mantras. You just utter. That's why here also, Nanya pantha vidyate yanaya tamevam vidvan amrutaya bhavati. If you are able to realize and remember the mahat, mahantam etam purusham, if you are able to understand the mahanta mahaveda purusha, then your problems are solved, because you are available upon the earth not only to do simply puja. You have got a lot of other things to occupy and do it. But there are people who are staying as matha. Mathadallirorellaru bere kelsa illa. They have to support Guru, they have to do all yajna, homa, ivella poojaಗಳು, programs, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪಾಪ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮಂದಿ ದುಡ್ಡು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಠಗಳಿಗೆ ದೇವಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಮಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಠಾಧಿಪತಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. You should do lot of sacrificial, religious and spiritual and philosophical activities ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಚರ್ಚಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ಮಠ ಇತ್ತು ವಿಜಯವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ದೇ ಮೇಡ್ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಚರ್ಚಾ ಫಾರ್ 10 days ಮಾಡಿದರು. I was also lucky enough to participate in the ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಚರ್ಚಾ in Vijayawada, and I was the chief guest for that ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ at the valedictory and all that. ದೇವರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So I participated in one important functions. ಆ 10 days ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಯಾರು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಊಟ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಮಠದವರು ವಿಜಯವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿ. In Venkatramana Swami temple, it took place in Vijayawada. It's really a green memory for me. And there is Shastra Charcha, there is a Homa performance. And so that's why when once you know, because there is our Veda is highly flexible knowledge. And it doesn't prescribe everything, but because people are, a variety of people are there. But our Veda Purusha, our Rishis want that you should at least remember Vedahamedam. Nanike Param Purusha Nopunidane. And he is there as a Prajapati. He is there inside me. Ano concept to Manasalli Yavaglu work madre, Snana Madame Depa Achpetu Gantana Madi, Hafiz Hokozo. ದೇವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಾಗ್ಲೇ ತೆಗೆಯೋದಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಕಾರ್ ಬಾಗಿಲು ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ ಬಾಗಿಲು ತೆಗೆಯೋ ಒಂದೇ, ದೇವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಾಗಿಲು ತೆಗೆದು ಅಯ್ಯ ಇವತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೋ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಗಾಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ಡ್. That's exactly what in New York, there was one person and my nephew. So she had that doors closed. I told her, Amma, every day you just open, put namaskar and go to your work. If you are so busy. But door open ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರಾತರಗ್ನಿಂ ಪ್ರಾತರಿಂದ್ರಗಂ ಹವಾಮಹೇ ಪ್ರಾತರ್ಭಗಂ ಪೂಷಣಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣಸ್ಪತಿಂ
ರುದ್ರಗಂ ಹುವೇಮ.
ಸಾಕು, ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗೆ. There are 9 gods or 11 gods implied in that. So right in the morning you should remember these 11 gods. ಆ ಒಂದು ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? Yeah, this is my philosophy. This is my philosophy. Yeah, just open, say this, namaskar and get out. ತುಂಬಾ ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೀನಿ, ಊಟ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ. But just open, say this mantra, light the lamp. Within 4-5 minutes you can do it. ನೋಡಿ, entire Bhagavad Gita was taught to Arjuna by Krishna in 4 minutes. Remember, there is speed of communication, speed of grasping, and speed of action consequently. So these three things are Upadesha and
Anushtana.
practical, and then work, karma.
Anushtana.
Anushtana. Yeah. So ಮೂರು ಇದೆ. So ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಈಗ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ has been translated into world languages. In fact, when I was doing my PhD in Pune, Deccan College, there came one fellow from Spain. Avanu, he was just learning Bhagavad Gita, and I asked him, why you, sir, I came here, staying with gurus here. I want to translate Bhagavad Gita into Spanish language. There is no Spanish language translation in Bhagavad Gita. There is, but not satisfactory. So I have come and translate. Nodidira? He stayed in Pune. You stayed in Pune, and then he translated into the Spanish language. I don't remember the name of the person, but days have gone.
సార్ ఆయన ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్ ఆర్ష విద్యా గురుకులం అని చెప్పి పెట్టారు స్పెయిన్ లో. మోడీ హాస్ గివెన్ హిమ్ ది అవార్డ్, పద్మభూషణ్ ఆర్ సమ్ అవార్డ్ కూడా ఇచ్చారు ఆయనకి. ఫారిన్ ఇండియా. నేను పంపిస్తాను ఆర్టికల్ మళ్ళీ ఎప్పుడు దొరికినప్పుడు. సో ఇక్కడ ఆర్ష విద్యా గురుకులం అని స్వామి దయానంద recently passed away.
I know that. See, I was also a speaker in India, in Hyderabad, under the banner of Arsha Vidya Gurukulam in Sankaramatam, Hyderabad.
Sankaramatam, okay.
So వాళ్ళు ఇండియాలో కూడా యాక్టివిటీ చేస్తున్నారు. I had the chance of speaking on Yajurveda in Hyderabad, Nalakunta, Sankaramatam, and there was a big congregation of all Veda. చేస్తున్నాను. So you are correct. In New York lo undi, New Jersey lo undi, broad. Nowadays things are all going well, but at that time, 1960, I'm talking of 65. At that time, a person from Spain comes and translates and all that, and he was also asking some questions. So 1965 lo plus Spanish language lo Bhagavad Gita translation.
ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళ సెంటర్ ఉంది, ఆర్ష విద్యా గురుకులం సెంటర్ లాగా సిమిలర్ సెంటర్ దే ఆర్ రన్నింగ్ ఇన్ ద స్పెయిన్ every weekend. There are tons of people learn, and there is no surprise if they chant. If you happen to be in Spain, there is no surprise, the foreigners they chant better than many of the Desi people. Yeah.
So I think I have crossed my time. So next I have to meet for the Aruna Prashna. And I hope you are enjoying the Purush Suktam. Only last paragraph, next class I will complete the Purush Suktam. And so afterwards we think of something different. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So nice. Thank you.
Hari Om Namaste Guru.
Om Sahana Bhavato Sahana Bhunakto Saha Vidyam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu, Shri Vasudevarpanamastu.
Om Tat Satu.
Veda Purusha Ashirvadastu adu nee helbeku.
Okay, ivella Veda Purusare, because Ajayamano Bahudha Vijayate at ಈಗಲೇ ನೋಡಿದೀವಲ್ಲ. So you're all the representatives of Veda Purusha.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.